Welcome back to Tam's Classy Creations, the channel where we break down projects so even a beginner can do it. Today is the first episode of my 12 Days of Christmas series. This is day 12. I'm hoping these gift ideas will help make your Christmas merrier. We're going to be making something special that can be a gift for almost everyone. It's called the Unique Photo Sleeve Pillow. Normally, photo pillows have pictures or photos that are printed on the fabric and they cannot be changed. This pillow's photo can be changed as often as you like, and the photo is well protected while in the pillow. I can't wait to show you this gift. Let's get into the video. The things we're going to need for our project. Now I'm using a home decor or a light upholstery fabric. If you are not using that, you will need to line your fabric with SF101. Now I have a 16-inch piece for the back. I have a 6-inch wide width of fabric cut for the front. We'll need a zipper. Now we will need a piece of clear vinyl, and we need that cut 5 by 7. And I also need a piece of cotton cut 14 inches by 5 1/4. We'll also need some double-sided sticky tape, thread, rotary cutter, scissors, and a ruler. Now I have cut 2 6-inch pieces off of my 6-inch width of fabric cut. What we're going to do is we're going to be attaching them with a 1/2-inch seam to the clear vinyl on the 5-inch side. It doesn't matter, we don't have to line it up. We will make that cut to make it even when we get done. So I like to sew on the vinyl side. I don't seem to have any trouble with my sewing machine, but there are some tips to do if you do. There's a Teflon foot you could use. Also, some people can put a piece of tape underneath their presser foot and it'll slide easier. So we're going to do a 1/2-inch seam. And when I'm sewing on vinyl, I do like to make my stitch length a little bit longer. I use a 2.8. Now what I need to do is really finger press these edges down where I made my seam. And because I'm using a thicker material, I need that to lay better, and I don't dare iron it at all. So what I do, I'm going to flip it over and I'll remove that piece of paper I have there. This is where I use the double-sided sticky tape, and I'm going to run it down each side, and what I'm just doing with it is making that seam lay flat. So I'm going to hold it in. There, so see how much nicer that lays? So I'm going to do it on this side. This is 1/8-inch wide double-sided tape, but you can use any size. Sometimes I take the 1/4 inch and cut it down the middle in half. So I'm going to put pressure again and flatten that. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to line up the edge of the vinyl and make sure I use my lines here, make sure it's even, and I'm going to cut the top and bottom. Now once we have put the two side pieces of material on, We have a piece that is 5 inches wide, because remember our clear vinyl was cut 5 by 7. So, and it measures about 17 inches, but that will be cut down just a little bit when we're done. So now we're going to do the same to the top and bottom. So I have cut 2 more of the pieces about 17 inches long to fit here of that 6-inch piece of width of fabric we cut, and I'm going to put one on the bottom, and I'm going to use clips. Use clips to sew down that, and I'm going to do another 1/2 inch seam down that side, and I'm going to put the other one here. And remember, I don't have to line up anything because I'm going to be cutting it down even. It's going to end up a little bit longer. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to be stitching on this side. So we are going to add the double-sided sticky tape to the top panel and the bottom panel, just like we did the sides. So we'll apply it underneath. It's easier to do it on this side. So we're just pulling slightly, sticking that down. There. Okay, the front is done, except for we need to cut it down. I'm going to cut mine down to about between a 15 and a 15.5, depending how wide this ended up. So let's cut it down, and then we're going to add the photo sleeve. Now I squared up my pillow front to 15.5, and then I cut the back 15.5. So that's square. So now we want to add our photo sleeve to this, and we're going to take the piece of material that we cut 14 by 5 1/4. We're going to fold it in half and press. Now in the inside of the pillow, I like the edges finished, so I did an overcast stitch just to keep it not bulky. What we're going to do is we're going to place this underneath here. Now we want to make sure we know what side we have the fold on, so we'll keep that in mind. I will pin that before we get ready to sew it, so we need to keep this in mind, this side. So what I like to do is I like to stitch in the ditch on 3 sides, just like that. And in this example, I did that. And you can hardly see your stitches, and then you have a backing here. So the other alternative, if you don't like that, you can stitch very close to the edge, depending on what you prefer. Now, if you decide to do that, before you put this on, you need to stitch where it's going to be open with the fold. Right there, because you do not want to sew when you're going around the 3 sides. You do not want to sew this side down. This side is where you're going to insert the picture. So you want to make sure you don't do that. So I'm going to go to the machine and stitch down this side, this side, this side, because I'm going to do the stitch in the ditch. If your material is thicker like mine, here's a good tip. I just put some blue tape on the edge, so my stitch line will be like here, so it won't even be in the way, but it'll hold that down. Then on the front, I put a little piece of tape so I'd know what side not to sew. So now I have lengthened my stitch length to about a 3. And I am going to back tack just a little bit at the beginning and end. it's time to put a picture in our sleeve. And remember, this can be changed all the time. Let's see. First, we want to go to this open spot, and we'll slide our picture in. Now, I probably would have used black thread in my bobbin if I was making this for a customer, but I wanted you to see the stitch lines. And there it is. Now, you can use any color fabric you want. We could have used a red, and you would hardly be able to tell, like maybe you'll see a little bit in the corners. But any picture will go anyway. If you slide one in this way, you can use your pillow this way. Now, it can be finished with an envelope closure, or what I like to do is use the invisible zipper method. So after you finish making the pillow, I want to show you just how easy it is to insert or change the pictures. So this one I have finished. Now, you would be pulling the pillow out, but once you do, you can find your place where you're going to insert it, where we folded the edge, and just insert the photo. It's that easy. Put your pillow back in it and zip it up. Now, here is that invisible zipper that I show in a video, and see how nice it is? The only thing you even see is the little end to the zipper. They're my favorite ones, and you can have it go this way. So that's how easy it is. Now, for a 4x6 picture, we cut the vinyl 5x7. So you add an inch, so you can do 2 1/2-inch seams on each end. So you can do any size you want, and then you make your photo sleeve a little bit bigger. Now here, I did an 8x10. I haven't finished it, but here's some 8x10 pictures I have, and they'll go right inside there. So any size that you want to do, you can make. Well, this concludes the first video of my Christmas series. I hope you enjoyed it. Keep an eye out for the next one. We'll be making something that can keep you warm at night. I think it will make a great gift for Christmas. That's all I have for you today. Stay warm out there, and as always, see you in the next video.